When I create a body of work, I carry a sketchbook, I fill it up, you know, and I just kind of work it through. And I see which characters stick, what stays with me. Then I start sketching those things out more and more and more and more and more. And then I put together the work, and then I see what happens with it. Originally in my paintings, I would draw characters as dunces, because they basically represented man being a fool for love, but especially I am. I'm just like a sucker, kind of fall in love every 5 seconds.
Like, who are all these guys in the paintings behind you?
Some of these are iconic characters that I've used in other exhibitions. Just every man, kid, boy, baby, girl, whatever is named Gertrude. But I wanted to keep something that was just so simple and iconic. But within this particular body of work is these kind of spheres. And what are these spheres? These spheres are manifestations of desire. These kind of bubbles that I've worked in my art for a long time in the atmosphere. So I wanted them to interact. So you don't know if, are they flowers, are they hair, what are they? I don't know, but just that desire in this world, and the way I look at it, I see it all around, all the time. This character, this is Ha-Cha-Cha-Cha-Cha. He's a little devil that the flowers angels by stealing their halos. He was in a show I had at Jonathan Levine called The Garden of Unearthly Delights. So again, I took some of the iconic characters and I mixed them up within this big scheme of paintings.
I'm just trying to read into your work and just figure out, because all the thematic things that you were talking about, it's like, how much of this backstory of all your characters do people have to bring to the work?
Basically, all my art's all about desire. Desire, longing, lust, control, lack of control. It's really simple. I'm a really simple beast, animal, vegetable. I had a whole show at Billy Shire this summer in LA titled Hide and Seek in the Forest of Shoo Shoo. Shoo Shoo was a really important character, and so like one of the most important characters in my life now. He's a little character, a little creature who takes all the women's negative energy and hate and insecurity and fear, and he'll personally absorb it. In a way, kind of sacrificing himself. He absorbs it and then he oozes it out as creamy love out of his belly button. So you can see the oozing out of the creamy gooey love. So those are who little Shoo Shoos are. And there's a whole story that goes with them. From after they ooze out their creamy love, their bodies melt and they're just left with their heads. If the girls kiss the Shoo Shoo, their bodies reform. And then there's women who can't accept the love of the Shoo Shoo, and they basically club the Shoo Shoos to death like seals, and then they wear their pelts.
Do I need to know the narrative, or how does the narrative come across?
When you go to an exhibition, it's not like I write something out. So it's not like they sit there and they have to have an introduction to even look at the body of work. But I want people to just, through their own viewing, as if they've landed in my own little surreal world, to just be impacted by looking at these images and going, oh shit, look what's happening over there. Or a little bit, or oh shit, look what's happening over there. And look what's over here. And then one of my most important characters, and that's Toby. Toby was created in a special time when I needed someone to be like I needed like a best friend. I needed someone who was the keeper of my dirty little secrets and loved me unconditionally. So that's who Toby is. He's a little bit of a pervert and a little bit of an asshole, but he loves you and he accepts you. I really wanted, again, to blur the line between fine art and toy culture. And so Toby was created specifically for that.
So you took this character and you sort of infused him with all your own personal conflicts and demons and insecurities and fears, and put them into this character, and then he goes out into the world, and what does he do with these things?
Well, he has all these girlfriends, but they're all named Marilyn. Marilyn was the name of my very first girlfriend when I was 18, dated her for 4 years, and so that name kind of stuck. So all his girlfriends are different, yet they're all the same. And within the paintings are all this kind of handing off or giving of these like weird spirits that I have. I have these different weird little magis that are also in my work. And the little girls who are playing with Toby, and Toby kind of playing in almost little perverted ways.
Do people ever take offense to some of these, you know?
I certainly hope so.
I mean, do you have your detractors?
Yeah, there's a couple.
And what do they tend to
besides
say?
my ex-wife.
No, but I mean, I like to ask this because you can sit here and you can talk about like how great everyone thinks you are, and that's fine because you should. But it's always to me a fun tack to take. Like, what are the people who don't like your work? I mean, what do they say, or do you get a lot of?
I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Yeah, I Google myself.
Yeah, so do I. It's fun.
I'm curious. Yeah, and it's curious to see what people have to say.
But occasionally someone says will throw a rock at you, right?
Exactly. Always.
Has that hurt your feelings, or?
I cry myself to sleep at night.
Hey, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Mimobot.